What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Everybody, they'll be talking about Scott Brooks, versus Flip Saunders. This Flip Saunders, who holds it better? Who holds it better head coach out of Scott Brooks? Scott Brooks and Flip Saunders. The Flip Saunders, you know, and and uh, right now for me, I'm gonna have to pick. Flip Saunders. Flip Saunders over Scott Brooks. Over Scott Brooks here, pretty much because of the simple fact that Flip Saunders, uh, Flip Saunders actually has more wins. Actually has more wins than Scott Brooks. And Scott Brooks does overall. Overall, you know, and and Flip Saunders. What Flip Saunders to me was one of those guys, that was actually well respected, overall. Overall, as a basketball head coach, you know, when you're talking about his days, the Minnesota, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and also the Detroit Pistons, and the Washington Wizards, which he which he actually called, which he actually coached for many years here, you know, and and the only time that Flip Saunders actually reached the conference finals was back in 2000. Was back in 2004. With the Minnesota Timberwolves with Kevin Garnett, Sam Cassell, and also Mr. Latrell Sprewell, you know, and and the Flip Saunders also reached the conference finals with the Detroit Pistons for three seasons with with, uh, with guys like Ben Wallace, Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups, uh, Richard Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace, uh, 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 and also Mr. Tishon Prince, you know, which he actually lost in the conference finals on three separate occasions occasions, you know, and and the Flip Saunders to me one of those people that was a a good coach, in the NBA. In the NBA here, with the ability to actually win, with the ability to actually win at a high enough level, a level to actually get the job done. You know, and and uh, 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 and also Flip Saunders was the guy that was was the guy that actually developed Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett and actually turned him and actually turned him into an MVP caliber into an MVP caliber into an MVP caliber player back in 2004 and four here. To which Kevin Garnett had a great season. A great season under head coach Flip Saunders. Flip Saunders, you know, so that the Minnesota Timberwolves lost the Kobe and Shaq. And Shaq led Los Angeles Lakers, you know, which in my opinion, actually hurts Flip Saunders' legacy, as a head coach, as a as a head coach in the National Basketball Association. You know, now now even though Scott Brooks had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and and also, and also James Harden on the Oklahoma State Thunder the roster here. In fact, it means that the fact for me it means that you know Scott Brooks Scott Brooks was not a guy to me was not a guy to me that was actually wanting to galvanize the troops uh, yeah troops more to more to actually get the job done at a high enough level, you know, especially during his days with the Washington Wizards with Bradley Beal and also John Wall, you know. So yeah, so yeah, just my personal opinion opinion here. I'm gonna have to go with Flip Saunders over Scott Brooks here, pretty much because Flip Saunders was the guy that the guy that was actually wanting to get the job done at a high enough level, the level you know, especially during the effect, that you know he coached he coached the Timberwolves and the Detroit Pistons at a high enough level here. And actually showed some consistency by actually making the playoffs every year. But every year that he was the head coach for both of those teams, you know. Oh, and by the way, I also forgot to mention that Flip Saunders, Flip, Flip Saunders did coach the Washington Wizards as well. You know. So yeah, at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to pick a Flip Saunders over head coach head coach Scott Brooks. Scott Brooks, you know, pretty much pretty much because of his impact on winning the and also taking his teams and also taking his teams as far as the conference finals, you know. Anyways, so you guys doing peace out, 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 peace out.